A warm welcome to Anuradha Vedic Astrology. Today we are going to talk about UTI, Urinary Tract Infection, how it affects us and how is it caused in our charts astrologically. Before all this, a big thanks to all of you for liking, sharing and subscribing to our YouTube and Spotify channels and writing in your suggestions, writing in your comments there. If you haven't written to us, if you haven't subscribed us, please do, and do remember to press the bell icon so that you can get the updates ASAP. When we talk about UTI, we find that it is very common in women, though it can happen in both the genders, the male and the female. Why so? Well, in females it is more common because of the anatomy of the female body. It is caused by bacteria and it causes inflammation in that area. It causes a lot of uneasiness for people having it in their this infection in their urinary tract, and as such the entire area feels as if it is burning. So, what are the astrological elements associated with it? First and foremost, let us talk about the planets. The planets that are associated primarily with the urinary tract are Moon and Venus. Both of them represent the water content in the body. In addition, for females, it is Venus which represents your uterus, and that can also lead to a uterine infection as such. So, that is very prominent, and Moon also represents the enzymes in our body. Venus also represents, and also the hormones in the body, both of them. So, they become very important as planets. If there is malefic effect, there is also the dasha running of Venus or Moon, and there is a malefic transit happening over or aspect of a malefic planet on Venus or Moon for us. In that case, one can contract during that time. But what is the susceptibility one can of a person's chart showing that you can commonly contract UTI? When there is Mars aspecting Venus quite for a person's chart, because Mars is the karaka of inflammation, and that Mars can cause, when obviously it's a cruel graha or a cruel planet and has the propensity to cause problems, and when it is aspecting that Venus, it has the capability of inflammation of the UTI or the uterus in general. When there is supposing Rahu aspecting it, or there is a Rahu connect to it, then this UTI that a person has may take a long period of time to be understood and to be discovered, or to be understood as such, because Rahu is a planet that does not allow things to reveal themselves or to be diagnosed properly. And if you have Saturn associated, then Saturn as such will create a long period of time for a person to recover, because Saturn does everything slowly, and so it develops the problem slowly and also does not allow the problem to be solved over a long period of time. It shows that delay in recovery. Now, when we talk about the reasons so far, we can also see the 6th and the 8th house being associated, because the 6th house talks about rogue or your disease, and the 8th house talks about if there is a person who has a chronic disorder. If the Venus is poorly placed, if the Venus is debilitated, if the Venus is aspected by these malefics, or the Moon also, in that case a person is susceptible to these problems. If Venus is associated with the 8th and there are malefic effects, then it is a given that it is a chronic disorder for a person, and the person needs to be very careful about it. When there is this relationship with the 12th house, that means it could lead to an operation, or it could also lead to a hospitalization due to a major infection, major illness. So, one needs to be very careful about it. I know of a chart where a lady has Venus so placed that both Mars and Saturn aspect it. So, she is very susceptible to any UTI or any of the uterine issues. God willing and by God's grace, since Jupiter also aspects that, so the person is saved in many cases. But this placement, if it happens in the 6th, 8th or the 12th house, can also lead to, as I said, hospitalization. So, one needs to be very careful with such diseases, and what is the one of the best ways that I have understood from doctors is that you need to cleanse the body, not from outside, because you may also be destroying the good bacteria present in that area, which is protecting your uterus or the urinary tract. But you should be drinking in lots of fluids, liquids, and that again replenishes the moon and the Venus element in the body, makes sure that that element becomes stronger, and physiologically a lot of your bad bacteria goes out through your urine. So, do let us know how you found that video, and we will get back to you on more such. Till we find with you again. Thank you.
Please hit the bell icon for fresh updates. Don't forget to like, share and comment on the videos, and please subscribe to our channel.